I made myself a pattern for my cell phone holder. I use whatever I can find in the kitchen. This is a cracker box, a different cracker box. So anyway, this is going to be my back, and I made a fold line across here because I want, on a rainy day, I want to be able to fold over the top edge to help protect my phone. I'm going to use this butterfly print. I've cut out a piece the width of my fabric here, which this is approximately, it's about 4 7/8 inch wide. That's just how much I needed for my particular cell phone. I have a piece of this fabric that I'm going to use for the lining, and I've cut out a 2.5 inch piece of fabric for the strap. So I will also need to cut out some batting because I want it to protect my cell phone. I suppose you could use a nice heavy interfacing if you wanted to. So this long piece is going to be my back with the flap on it. This is going to be the front, and I'm going to try to add a pocket to the front that will carry my little earphones that I plug in that has the microphone on it, so I can talk with my husband, because he doesn't get out very much, and he goes shopping with me when I go shopping that way. So I'll see how this turns out. It's going to be interesting to see if I did it. Okay, I have all of my pieces cut out, and I'm going to make a correction. I remeasured. These are 4 1/8 inch wide. So I've got, this is going to be my lining and a small piece of batting, and this is for my earplug pocket. There's my pieces for my front, my pieces for my back, and I drew this pattern out. I measured around my particular cell phone, tried to give myself a 1/2 inch all the way around it for stitching, and then for my strap, I measured a strip that's 2 inches wide, and I went around my neck for where I thought I wanted my cell phone holder to fit. So I measured it out at 40 inches for me. Also cut out a strip of 1 inch wide SF101 line interfacing that I'm going to use to kind of stabilize my strap piece. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to put this together, because it's my own pattern and I am working on it as I go. Okay, I told you this was going to be trial by error. So I pressed under approximately 1/4 inch on each side of my 2.5 inch strip, and I had to adjust a little bit, and I took off 1/4 inch of my SF101 so that it would fit. And so then I'm folding it in half now to press. Let me see if I can show you here. pressing that here. I'll just show you a little bit. I've got it folded in half. I took some wonder clips to help me hold it in place all the way down the length of it, and then that way I can press it a little more even and take them out as I go. This may not be how someone else would do it. May not be how a pattern would call for it to be done. Like I said, I've drawn this up myself, and this is how I'm doing it. My pattern, my rules, right? Okay, when I get it all pressed and done, I'll show you what I'm up to next. Okay, I'm ready to stitch on my strap. I'm going to stitch not a quarter, but an eighth of an inch all the way around on both sides. So I'm going to go down the sides where I've got the seams together. I'll go all the way down, and then I'll go on the folded side next. Side done. I'll turn around and go to the other side. Okay, my strap is stitched. There may be a spot or two where I may not have a true 1/8 of an inch stitching line, but that's okay. It's all encased, and that's all that matters for me. And it will be just about the length I want it, so I can put my phone holder on and off over my head. Back later. Okay, I decided I wanted a little bit of quilting on my main color of fabric here, not my lining. So I'm just using the serpentine stitch on my machine, and I started about 1.5 inches from each edge is what I'm going to stitch. And I've got my blue masking tape on here to help guide me, because otherwise I can't stitch straight, nowhere near close to it. And I'm doing a 7mm wide and a 3-inch long stitch. So I know you won't be able to see it, but I think that's going to look okay. It'll just kind of hold out the batting to the fabric. So I think I'll do that on all of my little green butterfly pieces. Okay, I'm doing this as I go, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. So what I did with this one was I put the 2 fabric pieces right sides together, and I did a 1/4 inch seam across the top on here. Then I folded it over, like on this piece. So I'm folding this one over, and then top stitching. So I'm going to top stitch this down. I better put my leader in there. So now I'm going to put this piece on here. This is going to be my pocket for my earplugs. Not earplugs, I guess they're earbuds. So I'm going to pin these together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to baste these. So I'm going to have quite a thick bottom piece whenever I get down here to getting all of the pieces together. Okay. So let me increase my stitch length. Try a 4.5. Okay. Okay, got that basted on, but I think I'm going to take this side out and realign it a little bit. I'll be back. Okay, I have all of my layers sandwiched together. I'm going to stitch around all of the long side, the rounded edge, and leave the bottom open for now. Okay, I'm back to my sewing project. I had it all put together and realized I put parts of it together incorrectly. This is my test project. It may or may not fit my phone, but I'm going to go ahead and complete it because it's a learning process. I think I have it pinned together correctly now. I'm going to have to take a smaller seam allowance around the edge, and then I'll see if it will let my cell phone fit in it. Otherwise, I'm going to adjust my pattern and make it a 1/4 inch around all the edges bigger. Even though it looked like I gave myself enough room when I traced out around my cell phone, apparently I did not. But it's all a part of the learning process when you're trying to create your own pattern. So bear with me. Okay, I'm going to finish stitching. I started stitching around this. It's a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch, not quite a 1/4 inch seam that I've been stitching. And I did pin this. I did not use my Wonder Clips this time. And where my handles I tucked in the side, I stitch over, and then I will stitch back. And back over. And then finish going down this side. Okay. All right, I have it all stitched together. I'm going to try turning it. This will take a minute to get it turned. I'm not going to trim anything until I see if it's going to be a little bit more correct than it was the last time I did this. I didn't show that process because I was frustrated with it. But let's just say I had to take out a lot of stitches. That's why your seam ripper is your friend. No one likes to have to rip out anything, but it's just a fact of sewing life. Okay. And I've decided if my phone won't fit in here, I plan on using it for some kind of pouch anyway. Let's see. Here's my little tool, which is my old. It was for my hair, and the chopsticks for my hair just did not work. Okay, well, at least I think what happened the first time around was I had it where my lining fabric was on the back side. I was really frustrated with myself over that one. Okay. Probably didn't put my handle on quite the way I wanted to, but it'll work anyway. So what I plan on doing, I've got some of those little snaps in there. I'm going to put a little snap on it. And then on this end, I'm just going to top stitch it down, I think. But I have it made. And even though we will see if it works for my cell phone or not, but I'm using my phone to film, so I can't do both at once. So I'll let you know later. Okay, I got my stitching completed. I folded in the bottom edge, and I did an 1/8 of an inch top stitching down there. Snip a thread off there. And then on the top, I did an 1/8 of an inch all the way around here, and then I did a little straight line right across where it will fold. And I took my phone out of its protective case, and it fits down there just fine. So if I wanted to use it that way, I can. Now I have to go get my little snaps, and I'll put those on, and I'll be back. Okay, my bag is finished. I put a little snap on. It's the first time I've put these snaps on. I have never had them before until recently. And it seems to work. I must have done something right. Okay. So, like I said, I decided to just go ahead and finish this one, even though it's not really the right size. But the next one I make I will make it a little bit bigger, but it was a good learning experience, and it still turned out to be a cute little bag. And I can take my cell phone out of its protective holder and it will fit in here. So anyway, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Just remember, I'm an at-home seamstress, sewer, quilter, embroiderer. I'm not a professional, but I do like to try to make things on my own sometimes without a commercial pattern. So thank you for watching again. Bye now and be blessed.